Welcome back to page 9, where we'll be delving into our 8-page print edition, going beyond the headlines to bring you the story behind the story. GW is renovating the Corcoran's aging building, but another aspect of the Fine Arts School is also looking for a drastic overhaul. GW is now looking to revive the Corcoran's lackluster fundraising department, hoping to energize an untapped community of arts donors. News editor Colleen Murphy is back this week to bring us more on that story. Thanks for being with us, Colleen. This seems like equal parts exciting and equal parts a complete uphill, intractable climb. What's your take? Which is it?
It's a little bit of both, for sure. GW is definitely thinking that the Corcoran gives them access to this group of donors that they never would have had before, this really arts-minded type of person, and Corcoran alumni, obviously, too. But they also will have to create a pattern of donating among a community that never really gave before. The Corcoran always struggled to bring in fundraising. So the idea that GW will be able to access that means they're going to have to put in a lot of work.
Right. And it's fair to say there's a lot of anxiety, it seems, about the Corcoran's changing identity, both among past donors and potential future donors, people who are Corcoran alums maybe but haven't donated in the past. And it seems like GW's takeover may hurt the fundraising efforts, but when you've got an art school that couldn't raise $1 million in the last 5 years, which is really incredible, it seems like there's only one way to go from here, and that's up for GW. So how does GW kind of climb that fundraising ladder?
I think part of what will really help is that GW has a history of fundraising in its own community and has a well-developed fundraising office. So there's definitely the idea that it seems like a bit more reliable of a place to put money. I think that from a lot of my reporting, it sounds like people didn't feel like the Corcoran was a place where they felt safe giving money before. So now, knowing that GW has that more stable financial ground and has a history of successful fundraising might make people more comfortable giving.
So kind of sending the message that, like, your money is in better hands now, so, like, please give us some more of it, right?
And I think there's the idea that the arts program is going to become a priority at GW, and that's definitely something that administrators have been talking a lot about. I mean, I've been covering the Corcoran since last February, and it's been a huge focus for them, so I think they're going to try to show the Corcoran community that this is something they're really committed to.
Right. And in all of your reporting, you've reported how, they've invested in this merger so much they say that there's going to be a benefit for Corcoran students in terms of more resources, boosting GW's Fine Arts department, as you were saying. And there's a reason behind that, it seems, and that's kind of where your story kind of ties all of your past reporting together, is that this is going to be a benefit potentially to GW if they can tap into that arts community, but it's a big if, right?
Definitely. There's, again, the idea that these weren't people that GW had access to before. We never really connected with the arts community. GW's own fine arts department is really small. About a dozen kids graduate from it each year. So that just wasn't something that people probably gave a lot of attention to before. And now that you have the Corcoran, this big name, there's the idea that you could get these art philanthropists really interested.
Right, and it is a community that usually does give and is big on philanthropy, so we'll be looking for more on that. Thank you so much, Colleen, and thank you all for watching. That's it for us at page 9, and we'll see you next week.